And we are back, and with my angsty teen existential crisis regarding characters in wrestling, we're going to go to Peanut Gallery with a little bit of Bible study.
And in the meantime, Tiger Height's going to go right on his Tumblr. He doesn't have a Tumblr.
I don't. I used to. We did have a Majestic Production Tumblr way back in the day. But it was banned.
Okay. So today we're doing something a little bit different. We're going to talk about Nikita Koloff and religion. So, Nikita Koloff, well, who the hell is this guy? I swear to God that Tiger Height here, this poor fellow, he had him confused with Nikolai Volkov.
I did.
They're not the same person. Nikita Koloff spent early years in WCW, like way early, like 90 to 92. He retired back in 1992, but he was very well involved in like Mid-South wrestling and stuff like that. He's the guy that has that wrestling ministry. If you've ever seen that on television, that documentary.
It's called the Koloff. What was it called?
It's called like the Koloff. Well, he has the Nikita Koloff Ministries, but he runs a wrestling called like the Universal Wrestling Alliance, and that is a ministry. So
really?
Yes. So he actually runs a ministry.
It is the my God. No, number one, their website is like.
Oh yeah, their website is total dog shit here, but
it is the Koloff for Christ Ministries.
Yes, so the Koloff for Christ Ministries, and he also has a wrestling promotion that runs under that. But yeah, this was on that documentary, Wrestling with Faith. Remember that one?
Yeah. Oh, is it really the same one?
I think so.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I think it's that same promotion. And so what they do is they do a wrestling show and they do a whole sermon afterwards.
Maybe we'll have a topic for next week, but we'll talk about that.
Exactly. So, anyways, Nikita Koloff has just debuted a new podcast, which I'll talk about. But first, I know that I've been making fun of Mr. Jackson Riker here for the past few weeks, so we're not going to talk a lot about him. I might resume with him next week, depending on if there's something interesting.
He was a guest host and did a lot of stuff with them.
Actually, he was never a guest host on this.
Oh, he wasn't?
No.
What was the one that he was a guest host on?
It was more like athletes and faith and stuff. It was on a different.
Okay, maybe we'll discuss the one with Riker on there, because I think Koloff was also a guest host on that one too.
So anyways, so Nikita Koloff and Lex Luger run another ministry called Man Camp, and they have this new podcast called like the Man Up Podcast. So really, they're trying to get men, I guess, involved in their faith, which I find really interesting, but it's like, what? So anyways, I went to their website. Garbage. And so let me tell you a little bit about what this ministry is about. Man Camp is get ready to level up mentally, emotionally, financially, spiritually, energetically. Now, here's the thing. It costs $500 to attend this, so you're not going to level up financially. You're going to lose your money financially. Emotionally, you'll probably be fucked over because it's essentially indoctrination. Energetically, you're going to be hiking all day. There is no energy. There's just no energy. And mentally, you'll be mentally shot, but, that's whatever. Man Camp is a 5-day catalyst experience to help you draw closer to the Lord. Realize who you are in Christ and discover you are capable of accomplishing in His strength. Now, very vague. What? It is super vague. Who are you in, like, what?
Who are you in Christ? What does that mean?
I mean, Christ is a title. Christ is like, people think that, Christ is a name of a person. No. Christ.
People call the Assyrian Christ.
Right. The Messiah, the Christus is the Greek version of that.
Yeah.
So Christ is a title.
There were multiple versions of a Christu, dating back way before.
Yeah, and then to the Lord. Now, again, I've talked about this. Are we talking about to the national God of Israel? Or are we, like what is this, like, very vague character of Lord? Like, what is Lord? I mean, whatever. And discover what you are capable of accomplishing in His strength. So, is Jesus going to give you some sort of pill? Yes. Like is he an Herbalife distributor or something? Is he gonna is he gonna give you like this protein powder? I don't know. When you emerge from a time of solitude like this, people will recognize you as having the qualities of an authentic, quote, healthy man. Now, what are they doctors? Do they like do tests on you and say, yes, you are a healthy man?
Well, that's why they put in quotes. It's healthy.
That's true. It's in quotes. Whole in spirit, soul, and body. So this is just like these women's retreats, except without the women. Don't give them your money.
Right.
They're just trying to fuck with you.
It's essentially the same thing, but it's more as a part of a.
It's for man.
This is evangelical. This
is
because
yes.
Lex Luger is a born again.
He is back in '93. Mm-hmm. Lex and I are not just fulfilling a vision with Man Camp, but we are committed to fathering a culture of honor and family.
And that's the first time that's ever brought up. You're $500, people. Go and sign the fuck up.
Right? We were waiting for this.
Sign the fuck up if you want to cut your
While
wrists.
you're with us, we will do our best to hold on. While you're with us, okay, we will do our part to establish a culture of honor among men, help you be a part of God's family, and send you home to foster a culture of honor and celebrate family in your home. They're just repeating the same things.
Right.
Honor and family. Okay.
How the fuck did you do that?
Honor is honorable, but family is like, okay, well, bitch, they're trying to push an agenda here, people. If you're a man, 18 years or older, you are invited to this experience
for $500.
For $500.
You're not invited.
Yeah, you're not invited. You're never too old to learn and grow. So again, they're preying on everybody.
Right. This is very much a oh God, who was that Asian guy who used to do the infomercials way back in the day?
Oh God, I can't remember his name.
Like, he is so well known, and he was like the first entrepreneur who did like those kind of commercials.
Hold up here, Tiger Height. You'll set this time aside for the purpose of unlocking your potential within you. Unleash the power within. Brian Buffini, everybody.
Brian Buffini is who I was thinking. Well, that's not the guy, but Brian Buffini, yes, definitely.
As you step outside your normal daily routine, you will posture your heart. I
copied and pasted this from your fucking email, bitch.
And I literally copied and pasted this from the website.
Maybe they just don't know.
To receive the Holy Spirit. Okay.
Pennies on the dollar.
Okay, again, see, this is their whole thing. They're trying to get you to, like, come join us. Anyways, so if you're really into this, if you want to if it's time to take it to the next level and step into your destiny. And then it goes into a quote, the Lost 1 Thessalonians 5:23.
Oh my God!
And again, it's like, okay, whatever. It's like, what is it like to be healthy in spirit, soul, and body?
All right, tell them what 1 Theologians 5-23 is before you go into a rant here.
It said here, "In the very God of peace sanctify you wholly, and I pray God your whole spirit and soul and body be preserved blameless until the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ." I'm like, oh my God.
Okay, so did you double check to make sure that was actually 1 Theologians 5:13? Okay.
1 Thessalonians, yes, 5:23, yes. So, anyways, it's this whole eschatology kind of thing. They're essentially preparing you. They're preparing you for the end of the world. I mean, let's just get this straight. They're like, oh my God, Jesus is coming. Like,
we covered this in the last one, and I got really mad about this, is that the life that you have here on this planet means nothing. It's about you visiting your imaginary best friend and being with them. This is just a nothing life, even though this is, for the most part that we're aware of, your only life.
Right. Okay, so what is it like to be healthy in spirit, soul, and body? We'll unlock the spirit within through the word and worship of our King that will help produce a healed heart. Now, we talked about this, how the Bible wasn't even a thing until 400 years after Jesus.
Right, and before you get into it, I do have a question. I wanted to present this to all of our audience as well. what does it look like to be happy in spirit, soul, and body?
Right, because they're going to give you their interpretation of it. But what is it for you?
For me, I've been having my issues as of late, and Peanut Gallery knows this. But I think overall, spiritually, I'm pretty much sound. Obviously, my body is doing well because I can get up, go to the gym. I'm improving there, and it's helping my mind. In the most present of context, my spirit, my soul, and my body are healthy.
Right.
I don't need your imaginary God human to tell me this because that doesn't make sense.
Right.
You can't tell somebody else what their definition of a healthy spirit, soul, and body is.
Okay, get this. We'll talk about transformation of our lives through the renewing of our minds. So essentially brainwashing.
Romans 12, too, by the way.
Some very thorough brainwashing from the Gospel of Paul here. And we'll discuss how our emotions affect our outcomes.
Romans in the Gospel of Paul?
I talked about this a few times. And we'll discuss how our emotions affect our outcomes, as well as to learn to submit our free will to the will of our Father. So again, we talked about this master-slave relationship, Psalms 143, and like the entire second half of Psalms all about fucking master-slave relationship. We'll explore how to take care of our physical bodies to include eating and exercise, along with physical activities that will build communication, relationships, teamwork, and trust. It's like going to a Girl Scout camp or whatever. It's so bullshit.
Here's a much better way to use this $500. Okay,
buy some books and read them.
Buy some books. Get a Planet Fitness gym membership. Get off your ass
and actually do something.
And talk with the people around your life.
Right.
You can get these same.
It doesn't cost you $500 to hang out with some half-wit celebrity.
Right.
Anyways, let's talk about, this will be our last section here of this, but we're going to talk about the new Man Up podcast. So, the Man Up podcast only has 2 episodes up so far. The first episode was when Nikita tells you about a whirlwind journey.
So his personal experience.
Yes, it's like get a taste about what God has in store for the listeners of Man Up. The fulfillment of dreams, redemption and salvation, divine appointments, the power of prayer, supernatural healing, all of these things and so much more. It's going to be a wild ride. Are you ready? Because it's time to Man Up.
The Peanut Gallery almost went like your... Oh God, who's that little shit in Gravity Falls? You started to sound like him.
Yes, Gideon.
Gideon. All right, so in this next part, you have to do the entire thing in Gideon's voice.
Have you ever wrestled? Have you ever wrestled with the devil? Wrestling superstar Lex Luger went toe-to-toe with the enemy in the ring his whole career, and he thought he was losing. And he thought he was in a losing fight. Drugs, alcohol, women, and even a few run-ins with the law. Until, by the grace of God, he gave his life to Christ. Only with Christ in his corner did Lex realize the fight was already won.
That was great. All right.
Anyway, the second episode was about Lex Luger.
I'm crying.
Lex Luger was a guest on the second one, and essentially that's what they talk about. So, I would imagine at some point in time we're probably gonna. So those last 5 things, that's just for those were the things that what's his name did, Riker.
Oh, okay.
I didn't really read too much into it. I knew this was gonna go on, but anyways. Lex Luger and
they're always invited. Yes, they're always invited to come on the show.
And Nikita Koloff, they are doing a Man Up men's ministry, and there is a brand new podcast. And I'm not going to do a plug for. I mean, I'll do a plug for it because I think it's just hilarious. But because of course they're so fucking. I mean, okay, we're talking about born again Christians. Those are like the worst types of Christians.
And if you ever want Peanut Gallery to go on there, he'll be more than happy to go on there and eviscerate you in front of your own audience.
Oh my God, I can imagine it would just be so great.
Email me, please. I want this to happen. Actually, that'd be great.
And this is a little Gideon signing off. When we return back from the break, we're going to do wrestling lessons here with Mr. Tiger Hat.
Okay, we'll see you in a bit.